All right, Stay Spiritual team, James and Justin back at it at the front end of the week where we like to dive into the arts. And today we have some BabyMonster. I think this is a new K-pop song. It's at the top of the charts, and the song is called BATTER Up.
I've never heard of BabyMonster. This is as usual, a totally authentic and spontaneous reaction. Never heard of BabyMonster. Out of touch. Let's see what I think.
I'm on a mission, don't need permission. No matter what, I'm gonna make my own decisions. I'm talking you want it to. 예쁘고 착한 내가 어떻게 변할지 monster. Remember me, sting like a
I like that, the mixing the languages thing.
Yeah, but so far no mixing, just English.
Yeah. No, I thought just a moment ago they threw in some other language.
I may have missed it. But
Maybe I've missed something serious, and that's a problem. But if that does happen, I like when people do that.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
Bridging cultural gaps, and think of the show Firefly, where it's the future and they're speaking mixed language and stuff like that.
Yeah, good high budget video.
굶주린 사자 같은 personality. 네만 빼고 다른 것은 원하지 않아. I will never do you wrong. You regret it when I'm gone. 좀 더 강하게, 더 빠르게 날려버리게. Got a lot to say, what a big mistake. Better, better, better. Better up, better up, better up. Better up, better up, better up. Better up, better up, better up. Better, better, better. hitting 안 달려, never can stop. rapping 시작 이게.
These videos are always so visually full. They're just cram packed. Just which is it's good. It's
There's
a
a lot
style.
going on, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder if you were to pause frame by frame and try to see every little thing in there, how many Easter eggs you'd find, or how many.
I wonder if the hardcore fans of these guys, they're let us know in all the little things there in the comments, the details that we're missing, because we're totally new to these guys.
This is an assault of the senses because I'm not familiar with this. I'm trying to see, understand everything I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of what comes to mind first. Spontaneously, go. What comes to mind?
I don't know. Just how far this stuff has come, and why I stopped it was the visual senses. It's it's different than a Nirvana video where it would be in one grungy area where the whole video is set in one studio place. This is they put a lot of money into this, man. They're from one place to the next place to the next place.
Yeah. Well, I'm insert mysterious age old. And the weird thing about this is it looks a lot like music videos I saw when I was growing up with pop stars, but it's obviously very different because when I was growing up, there was no all Asian girl troops that were exposed to me.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Spice Girls or the Backstreet Boys or something, but obviously different. And I like it, and I think it's interesting, and, let's keep going.
비명은 함성이 될 거야 loud. Surprise girl, monster 등장. 네가 가는 길이 빛이 나리 way. Okay, 피곤한 going. 바통 받고 준비 완료. 후다닥 run. 눈간을 막아는 덕색의 봐봐 너 내가 좀 알아서 비켜. 순진한 척 나는 그딴 거 안 해. 나 whenever look in the mirror. 지치지 않아 계속 발음을 나는 무대 위를 태워 싹 다 지워버려. I'm like a boss baby, I'm a boss baby. 모두 다 찢어 like brrrra. Remember me, sting like a bee. 무대를 닦고 노는 우린 MVP. 네만 빼고 다른 것은 원하지 않아. I'll never do you wrong. You're ready when I'm gone. 좀 더 강하게, 더 빠르게 날려버리게.
Cool.
To say what a big mistake. Better up, better up, better up. Better up, better up, better up.
It looks fun dancing in choreographed synchronicity with other people. Like, don't you ever want to do it? Like, I don't want to do line dancing, but it does kind of look fun to do that with some other participants that are doing the exact same thing.
Well, I had stated this before that I'm shocked that there aren't pop clubs filled with this type of thing for younger people.
Yeah.
The only thing you see around are like line dancing for country stuff, but I've never heard of like
What
a pop,
novel idea.
a pop club that does these types of dances within them. And
It's,
I wonder
it's
who
like a line dancing thing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
those are popular.
Yeah.
Except for Thriller comes on and everybody does the Thriller dance. Like in a line.
Yeah.
You know?
And I wonder who would show up for stuff like that because
Weirdos. Absolute
whenever
fucking weirdos.
yeah, whenever we do these reactions, people are like from every age category. Like I might talk to my daughter and she might be like, you know, I'm not into K-pop stuff, but then I can talk to a 30, 40, 50-year-old and be like, I love the BabyMonster band. I love them.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm
we've
like,
got
wow.
some interesting,
like-
unique daughters.
Yeah,
You know, I'm more into things that young people would be like, Irish, have you ever heard of, like, you know, Undertale or something? Something that's like a pop thing that maybe from a few years ago.
Yeah. One thing where we are is I think young people are getting into like old 90s rock right now. Like they're like listen, they got Nirvana shirts on. I'm like
They're
"You
trying to
listen
save
Nirvana?"
their parents like, this is what you should be into, Dad. Not K-pop.
So listen up, everybody. 소리 높여 move on. We are the monsters of the world. Better up, 지금 당장 뛰어보자 어디든. Let me show you who we are. Better up, 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 up. Everybody, 소리 높여 move on.
Hell yeah.
We are the monsters of the world. Better up, 지금 당장 뛰어보자 어디든. Let me show you who we are. Better, better, better.
Oh. It's a few times now we've seen this where a song kind of like follows a natural progression and then it changes into something totally different, which I like.
I love
really
it.
like when they do
That was, it turned, it was like, this is banging by the time it switched to that.
That's like a new style. Well, maybe not, but
No, we've been seeing that a little bit lately.
I've been seeing this, and I like that where they kind of like make a shift on it. So that's good. My only other last point is that it seems like there's a lot of these bands, and I'm shocked that there is a market that can facilitate them to be able to be so high production value and be so popular when there's so many. I think it would be harder because back in the day, you only had a few big time pop bands. It was like Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, and like NSYNC. And it was like, that was all you saw. And there was a couple other ones, but they were never as big as the big few. Mm-hmm. Right? But it seems like in this world now that there's all types of giant bands.
I don't know. For some reason, what springs to mind is the idea that, like, you know, back when the Backstreet Boys were, like, actually in real time popular and big when we were growing up, they would have music videos where you'd see, like, a private jet in the background or something. You know what I mean? It looked like high production. But that stuff is easier to rent than it is to own. And then you would hear horror, like, documentaries came out years later. They're like, we didn't make anything. Our managers took it all. You know what I mean? There was always, like, a tragic story.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's just become, like, an industry now. And it's, like, even worse.
I
hope
hope not.
It's
I
not
hope
like,
they-
all right, BabyMonster's into the band. You know, like, it's time to get to the next gig.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
hope
that that's not the case because they're the ones doing this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah.
it does kind of beg to reason, you know.
Yeah.
If you're talented in one way, you might be lacking in some other way. But
Yeah.
let's just hope that everybody's getting theirs.
Yep. And guys, if you liked our reaction on this, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone until next time,
Stay spiritual.